welcome to the Shattered Land mod for Hearts of Iron 4 that focuses on the South Asia region of the Hearts of Iron 4 map. I believe these countries here are the countries that receive focus trees. So India gets a new focus tree, Burma, Ceylon, Goa apparently is a puppet and not just part of Portugal in this mod, Afghanistan, Nepal, Tibet, Bhutan. I think we'll probably play as the British Raj because I assume it's the country that has the most content. And it looks like, yeah, they have a very big focus tree compared to the vanilla one. Like the vanilla one probably isn't even as big as this top focus tree here. So that's nice. I think we will have a lot to do today. I'm kind of tempted to do this military crackdown focus because it doesn't connect to any focus tree and takes 0 days, but it's probably more of like a Britain focus tree. Yes, this is a very, very good focus tree looking through it. There's bread, which is good. We can kidnap the Dalai Lama, which is maybe more questionable, but most importantly, we have the nuclear Gandhi focus. You guys know about the meme. I guess it's so old that half the people watching this video might not remember the glory of Civilization 5 Gandhi. He had some interesting ideas back then. You know, this is actually really scary. I think actually almost any path we do will eventually unlock this path. Can do anything and still have nuclear Gandhi. Plan Operation Space Buddha. It also appears that this mod adds Islam and Hinduism as political ideologies, so that technically means that you could go around the world putting the Hindu party in power in every country. That, I guess, might not make the most logistical sense in most places, but it's something that you could do if you would like. Also, India in this mod is substantially less nerfed. They still have agrarian society, which is the reason why India struggles for manpower in vanilla, but I don't think this modifier is as bad as vanilla, and they don't have the other national spirit that's terrible. So India is kind of okay even starting off here, and it looks like we'll be able to become independent a lot faster than you can in vanilla. I think it takes until like 40 or 41 to become independent if you do the democratic path, and even the other paths it still takes a while. And we should be independent maybe by like mid to late 37. That gives us a lot of time to do whatever we want, like invade, build our economy so that we can eventually build tons of nuclear reactors, because that's much better than the other thing. Unfortunately though, a lot of these advisors are terrible. Usually advisors don't have negative effects. It's a pretty rare thing, but all of these advisors have negative effects. Like for this, we have to give up 5% research speed for less political power gain than a normal silent workhorse. Not good. This is probably okay. It gives you less stability than a usual stability advisor would give you, and it only increases compliance gain on our territory for enemies. The problem is this only applies if we're monarchist and we're switching ideologies, so no need to do that one. This one is the opposite of the first one, which I think is better. This one is the opposite of the second one, which is actually terrible. This advisor is only good if you're not playing as India, you're playing as the UK, and you're 100% sure that India is going to capitulate. Then you would want your puppet to maybe have this advisor. Also, this OPM, this one province minor in Hoi4, has a bigger focus tree than vanilla India. We'll have to play them next. It'll be like playing as Newfoundland that one time. That was very fun, very engaging. Okay, so the UK is going communist, so we're going to be independent anyways, but we're also just becoming independent because we're becoming independent at midnight in 30 days because of this focus. So either way, same thing. I guess now it'll be easier to conquer Australia, so that is a pro. We also have a lot of political power. We could get the nuclear scientist, but I have a feeling we won't need to research any nuclear or rocket stuff. There's a lot of ways to get nuclear technology as India in this mod. It's kind of concerning. Okay, and we're now independent independent in May of 37. That gives us a lot of time. We are a little bit weaker now though. We have lost some of our factories in Pakistan. We still though have a lot of recruitable population. Like, I'm not even worried about getting rid of agrarian society in this mod. It doesn't matter at all. If we got rid of it, we would just go from a ton of manpower to infinite manpower. Now though, we can choose from 3 leaders. The first one gives a lot of stability and makes it easier to change economic laws. The middle one gives more stability and gives a tiny bit of political power, but makes it very easy to get new political advisors, but all the political advisors are terrible, so I don't care. The third one gives us a good amount of war support and makes it very easy to change conscription laws and justify war. So we will go with him. Okay, maybe some of these leaders are now decent. I'll get this guy. Blaha. And we got the good deal here. We got independent from Britain for free. Burma has to fight a war, though unfortunately Burma could have just waited for the UK to finish decolonization and they would have got free for free. Anyways, now we're going to do caste reparations. No matter which one of these we do, we get infinite stability. But if we do caste reservations, we get a permanent minus efficiency cap for all of our production lines, which is not good, so we will not do that. We'll pay everybody back, and then we can get to national reforms, and then we can get to this. And I was kind of just being stupid, because this one here gives us a permanent 5% consumer goods factories, which is probably equally as bad. We also now get to decide between getting 5 civilian factories and 5 military factories at the cost of permanent negative construction speed and production, or get a permanent boost to construction speed and factories in a state and production. An interesting choice. I guess this path also gives us 5% more consumer goods, but that is a lot of factories, so probably best to just invite foreign investment. Also, we can do this focus. I guess it's not actually a prerequisite to golden quadrilateral. And yeah, of course, too, Pakistan and East Pakistan both have their own focus trees. Not exactly sure how you would play as them, though. I guess you would just have to use console commands to switch over to one of them, since I don't think we got an option to play as them when they were released. Also, Bhutan has become the Union of Red Dragons and is in a faction with Xinjiang and Communist China. Burma also lost their war. The British still put the same guy who rebelled against them in charge, but he's been taught a lesson and will no longer rebel. We'll also finally get the actually good chief of army now that he's available. And yes, glorious, after fighting a long war to free Burma, a few months later, after winning the war, Britain lets Burma go free. That was an amazing fight. Good job, Britain. You were very smart. I just researched anti-air because I assumed we wouldn't be building planes, but then I just realized that we will be wanting strategic bombers for a certain reason later on. Or I guess strategic bombers don't really exist in the game anymore, but whatever else you need now to, you know, use the special certain thing that appears around here. Guess we'll just make large warframes, just in case you have to have large ones for those. This focus here gives us a nice plus 200% research bonus for nuclear technology, but considering this focus gives us all of the nuclear technology and rocket technologies for free, we won't be wasting our time using that bonus. Okay, it's time to actually do stuff. We're going to do the regime change in Nepal focus, so I assume we're going to either attack Nepal or just take over Nepal for free, one or the other. And it looks like they just became a puppet of us for free, so that's good. We brought democracy to Nepal. And it looks like this one is also free. The one to get to Pakistan, though, is not free, so we will have to fight them. And they have 5 to 8 military factories, so that's not terrible. But with 5 to 8 military factories, they might have a real army. I'll send some spies over there and we'll see about that. Going to build some reactors soon so we can get to our real priority. And this is a great decision. I wish I looked over these earlier. For 300 political power, we can get another free research slot. We'll need that to research bombs. Yeah. We already have these ones researched, we just need to research normal ones now. There are also a lot of big factions that exist in the world, like this. I don't think we will be able to stand up against. The Soviets are in a faction with Britain. Switzerland is giant, is very massive. They're very powerful, no one will ever be able to stand up to them. We're democratic, so I assume we'll join a faction with America eventually if they make one. There's scary Canada man in Canada, so I guess the chances of America making a faction are less. Okay, we're now going to demand French India. We're going to invade Pakistan, and we have our beautiful new display here. I'm also happy that Pakistan actually built some military factories, so we'll actually get something by invading them. A lot of the countries around us don't really have much for us to take, really. And so the British decolonized, but apparently the old non-communist British government in exile still exists in Ceylon. Fortunately, we don't have any dockyards or navy, so we can't actually invade Ceylon. All we need is one submarine because they don't have a navy either, so I guess we'll just do that real quick. Well, we have to unfortunately also research transport ships if we want to be able to land here, but I know what we could do to maybe give them some convincing to possibly end this. This is quite the interesting focus. Nuclear Gandhi, 1000% nuclear production, 1000% nuclear reactor construction speed. How is Italy's faction the Allies? How did this happen? Maybe did Greece originally join the Allies with Britain, but then Britain left the Allies to join the Comintern, and then Italy joined Greece's faction, so now, I don't know, that's my only guess. And it appears we're not allowed to own Pakistan because we conquered it, and they're just going to become free again. Or I guess civil war. I'm probably gonna cancel the naval invasion. Hopefully they're not as strong as they were the first time, because that was kind of annoying. The main issue though is I think we lose all of our compliance and we have to start again gaining compliance. I have a great idea for how to deal with this though. Yeah, see this tile? It's going to stop attacking into us. Yeah, I forget how much easier having nukes makes the game. It makes it so easy to move into any tile you want as long as you have air superiority. I think what happened though is that we somehow triggered the vanilla Indian Civil War, I think. I don't know if this is from vanilla, but that could have been the thing, or maybe there's some other civil war in the mod that was randomly triggered. And we capitulated them. That was very good. We did not have to use powerful weapons at all. Oh wow, look, they're really well defended. We'll just wait for them to move all their divisions into their capital. I like to call it the immediate peace conference button. It's a great button. Now we have a lot of rubber. And of course, rubber is very useful for making the planes that we use to facilitate the immediate peace conference button. Anyways, that's where we'll have to end things for today. I'm unable to join a faction and tension is too low for me to justify wars. I've also got through the entire focus tree anyways, so it would be kind of pointless to continue on. There are a lot of really cool focus trees in this mod though, and besides this one meme path, I think you could add this mod to your regular vanilla game and it wouldn't affect things too much if you just wanted this area to have some more content. Regardless, I'll see you all next time.